NVIDIA had survived setbacks before, but by the RIVA 128 era, the company was operating with almost no room for another mistake. The question was brutally simple. Could NVIDIA build a product capable of saving the company before its remaining cash ran out? The mid-1990s graphics market was rapidly shifting toward real-time 3D gaming, creating enormous opportunities and equally enormous technical risks. At the center was Jensen Huang, NVIDIA's co-founder and CEO, facing a decision that could determine whether his young company survived. NVIDIA's first chip, NV1, had taken a different path, using quadratic texture mapping instead of the industry's increasingly common triangle-based approach. Then the industry moved toward Microsoft's direct 3D ecosystem, where triangles became central to the emerging standard for consumer 3D graphics. The lesson was painful but clear. NVIDIA needed to abandon its earlier direction and build around the primitive the new 3D market actually demanded. The new vision was straightforward. Create a fast, affordable graphics processor designed for the rapidly expanding world of real-time 3D. NVIDIA redirected its remaining resources toward a new architecture, while the company simultaneously cut costs to extend its limited financial runway. The project became NV3, later released as RIVA 128, a fundamentally different direction from NVIDIA's troubled first-generation product. The architecture focused on triangle-based rendering, direct 3D compatibility, strong 2D capabilities, and performance that could compete in consumer PCs. But semiconductor development normally demanded time, testing, and multiple iterations, luxuries NVIDIA could no longer comfortably afford. By this point, the bet was enormous. If the new architecture failed, NVIDIA had little financial cushion left to recover. NVIDIA reduced its workforce dramatically, concentrating the remaining team and resources on getting the new chip finished. The remaining engineers worked intensely on the design, testing architecture and software while trying to compress an extraordinary amount of work into months. The RIVA 128 had to work the first time through a difficult development process because NVIDIA could not easily afford repeated silicon revisions. The early system was far from perfect. Hardware, drivers, and compatibility still created serious problems that engineers had to solve rapidly. Instead of abandoning the project, NVIDIA tightened its focus, fixing problems and pushing relentlessly toward a product the market could actually use. Then the pieces came together. The new architecture could deliver fast consumer 3D performance while supporting the direction the PC graphics market was taking. RIVA 128 changed NVIDIA's trajectory, transforming a desperate engineering gamble into a product that could finally establish the company in consumer graphics. OEM relationships followed, and RIVA 128 gained traction with computer makers as NVIDIA began moving from survival toward genuine market momentum. NVIDIA's official history records more than 1 million RIVA 128 units sold within its first 4 months, proving the gamble had found a market. The deeper lesson was not simply technical. NVIDIA survived by recognizing when its original assumptions were wrong and reallocating everything toward a better direction. The RIVA 128 story became a defining NVIDIA lesson. When survival demands change, the boldest move can be abandoning yesterday's winning idea.